First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read my problem. Miss Alaki went to the store with her sister and her brother. They all bought 19 bouncy balls. How many bouncy balls did they buy in all? Okay, the first thing I want to do to solve this problem is I want to use my cubes strategy. So I know for my cube strategy, the C stands for circle the numbers. Okay, so in this problem, the only number I see is 19, that there were 19 bouncy balls. Okay, the second part of the cube strategy is you underline the question. Let's see, how many bouncy balls did they buy in all? Let's see, how many bouncy balls did they buy in all? Although they're talking about buying something, I don't think my answer is going to have to deal with money at all, because it's not talking about money, it's talking about how many bouncy balls did they get. The next part of my cube strategy is B, and that stands for box the important information. I'm going to box sister, brother. The reason I did that is because that way I know there's going to be 3 people. Miss Alaki is one person. She went with one sister and one brother. So altogether there's 3 people going now into the store. The last part that I'm going to box is bouncy balls, because this is what I'm counting. I'm not counting dollars. I'm not counting money. I'm counting how many bouncy balls did they get in all. The next part of the cube strategy is to eliminate any information I don't need. Now, all this information on here I would say is pretty important, so I'm going to leave it all. I'm not going to cross any of it off. So, the last part of the cube strategy is to solve by showing your work. Now, I'm going to solve this using a couple of different strategies. The first strategy I'm going to use is drawing a picture. So, I'm going to draw 3 people. So we have Miss Alaki, we have her sister, and we have her brother. So I know there are only 3 people. I know that because when I boxed my important information, I chose sister and brother. So it says they all bought 19 bouncy balls. So that means I know Miss Alaki bought 19, I know her sister bought 19, and I know her brother bought 19. So I could go and I could draw 19 little circles. But I know myself, and sometimes if I'm trying to count those little circles, I get a little confused. I miscount. So I am actually going to draw base 10 blocks under each person. So here's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now I know Miss Alaki bought 19. Her sister also bought 19. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I know that her brother also got 19 because it said they all bought 19. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So now let's see, what is the question asking me? So I have Miss Alaki, her sister, her brother. They all bought 19 bouncy balls. The question is asking me, how many bouncy balls did they buy in all? So when I think in all, I think that is a total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count up and see how many they bought together. So I have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So I know that altogether they bought 57 bouncy balls. Now, did you notice how I counted very slowly? I did that so that way I wouldn't make any mistakes. Sometimes when I try to count too fast, I either count too many or I don't count all of them. So that's why I always take my time to make sure that I count all of them. So that is one strategy. Another strategy I could use is called repeated addition. So I know that I'm going to have to add 19 for Miss Zalaki. I know I'm going to have to add another 19 for her sister. And I know I have to add another 19 for her brother. So if I look here, I'm always going to start adding in the ones place. So I know that 9 plus 9 is 18. And I know that 18 plus 9 is 27. So I'm going to put that off to the side over here, 27. Now, I know I cannot write 27 here in the ones place. So what I have to do with my 27 is decompose it into tens and ones. So when I decompose 27, I know there are 2 tens that make 20 and 7 ones that make 7. Now I can only write down my ones in the ones place. So my 7 goes right here in the ones place. My 20 that I have left, I put that over in the tens place. So since this is the tens place, all I need to do is write a 2, which is 2 tens, which means 20. So really what I'm adding here is 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So I know 20 plus 10 is 30. And I know 30 plus 10 is 40. And I know 40 plus 10 is 50. Now I'm not going to write 50. I'm not going to write a 0 in there because I know that's 5 tens in the tens place. So I know that my answer is 57 bouncy balls.